I'm out at Lake Artemesia today. Hopefully the trout and crappie decide to cooperate and bite. Got Sparky down there. We're walking around the lake. It's about 65, 66 degrees out. Hopefully the fish will be starting to spawn today. Or at least the pre-spawn. Sorry. It's a little bit too early for them to start spawning now. Generally, the fish, especially the crappie, they'll be spawning full swing about third week of April. They'll be getting into it, so that's when you'll catch them fast paced. From about the third week of April till the middle of May. I mean, that's when you get the real good bites. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful day today. This is the lake. This is the front part of the lake up here. There's a fishing pier for it's wheelchair accessible across the lake. I like to go fish down at a spot on the far end of this lake. There's some nice sized crappie you can catch in here. I enjoy fishing here. But I'm being slowed down by Sparky because he wants to sniff every bush. I guess he's hunting for a rabbit. And there's no real point in telling him not to hunt for rabbits every time we go for a walk around the lake, you know. It's just so wired into him now that that's all he wants to find is rabbits. And I'm proud of him for it, so can't be mad at him. What do you smell down there, Spark? As I walk around the lake, I see a lot of the trees have been gnawed away by the beavers. There's a lot of big beavers living in this lake, actually. I saw one that was pushing probably 60 pounds. Big beaver. And they've made it, and generally, wherever you find their dams at in here, their lodges, that's tremendous for crappie fishing, right around their lodges, because they got all those trees and that timber that's underneath the water, and it creates structure for those crappie. Those crappie love to hang out around those beaver lodges with all that wood. Come on, Spark, let's go this way. But yeah, this is a beautiful lake to walk around. It's about 38, I believe it's 38 acres. And this here is a little board that's testament to the origins of this lake. It used to be a goldfish pond a long time ago. Here it goes. It talks about the origins of this lake. And there's an aerial photo of the lake right there. Alright. Come on, Spark. We're still trying to make our way around the lake. So if Sparky would cut me a break and let me walk at my regular pace. But this guy, though, he likes to sniff everything. Come on. On several occasions, we be walking around this lake early in the morning. We'll jump a rabbit sitting around the edge of the little thickets on here. They like to come through the maintenance crews. They come through and they trim the edges of the path so that they don't have the foliage growing up on the path. And there's a lot of cattails that's growing up around this lake. These cattails weren't here a few years back. I believe they just started growing around because I haven't noticed them. Sparky sees another dog up there, so I gotta Keep him under control. Sparky, come here. Come. Let's go. Come on. Come. 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 Is he going to listen? I think not. Come on. Come on. Come on, Sparky. One of the things with Sparky is he doesn't realize his size, unfortunately. You know, that was a smaller dog right there, about the same size as him. But he's ready to go toe-to-toe with dogs that's 70 and 80 pounds. I'm like, what is he thinking? You know what I'm saying? But he's my best friend, and I have to look out for him, though. Even when he can't realize the dire straits he's putting himself in. Come on, Spark, this away. Alright, so we're still going on around the lake. Right there, straight out, that's a box for the wood ducks and so forth, the waterfowl to spawn in. They put up that little guardrail there to help keep the predators out. Come on, Spark, let's go. As far as snakes and so forth. Come on. And we're still going on around the lake. And I'm going to do a quick pan around this part of the lake. And we're panning around. See the path. It's quite a ways to walk around. I believe it's 2.5 miles around this entire lake. There's 2 separate loops though. A lot of times folks come and they walk the shorter loop. I think that's like 1.5 miles or so. But yeah, I believe the longer loop is about 2.5 to 3 miles all the way around. The shorter loop's about half of that. But that's a good ways walk though. It's plenty of good exercise walking to my fishing spot at this lake. But I enjoy it though. I enjoy fishing here though. I fished here for quite a few years. And what I've caught out of here are bass, crappie, bluegill, you know, various types of sunfish. Like I should be more specific. Shell cracker, bluegill. Some people call the shell crackers red ear. Red ears, big ones. Crappie, brown bullheads, catfish. I've caught channel catfish out here, surprisingly. Pretty nice sized ones. Back when I was a teen, caught several of them, about maybe between 10 to 15 pounds roughly. But I was back then I was a kid, you know, just fishing for fun. Caught those big cats on the chicken hearts. I was using chicken hearts. A lot of people like to use chicken liver, but I found if you use chicken hearts, they stay on the hook a whole lot better. You know, just take a chicken heart, cut it in half, and you run a single-eye hook through it, you're good to go. That thing's going to stay on the hook all day. And with a catfish, even if it's rank and starting to stink, that's even better. As far as the bait, the attractiveness, and so forth. Come on, Spark, let's go. Hello. I fished right here underneath these trees before, caught trout and so forth out there. I'd imagine there'd be a lot more fishermen coming out today, though, with it being such beautiful weather out today. And we're still walking, going on and on around the lake. A lot of folks, bass fishing is really popular here at this lake. Lots of folks love to fish for bass out here. But I haven't been a fan of bass fishermen for, I mean not bass fishermen, but bass fishing. I haven't specifically targeted bass in a long, long time. My favorite fish to go after are the panfish, crappie, bluegill, and the shell cracker, and trout. And occasionally I'll catch a, catfish fishing underneath a float with some worms, A lot of times, you can catch catfish up off the bottom. If you fish down about halfway down, a lot of times you'll catch catfish. They'll come up off the bottom and take a bait.